The article that I chose this week is titled Role of Occupational Therapy in Preventing Work-Related Musculoskeletal Disorders with Recycling Workers, a pilot study. This research study used a mixed method, non-experimental research design. The population included individuals with a recycling job at 7 locations from one university campus. The participants were either supervisors or employees. There were 19 possible participants identified. However, one volunteer was excluded because they had only just been recently hired, and 3 participants declined to do the study. So 79% participated in the study. When participating in this study, the employees were separated from the supervisors. Employees completed 2 questionnaires, the Musculoskeletal Discomfort Questionnaire, which is abbreviated as MDQ, and the Work Environment Impact Scale, which is abbreviated as WEIS. The first questionnaire indicated if the individuals experienced aches, pains, discomfort, or numbness while at work or at home in various body regions, which is listed out in the article. The second questionnaire rated 17 questions related to the psychosocial aspects of the work environment, which included the demands, like time demands, task demands, interactions with others, be it coworkers or supervisors, and rewards. In addition to the 2 questionnaires, the employees participated in a semi-structured focus group with discussion of 10 questions from the worker role interview, which is abbreviated as the WRI. This examined the psychosocial and environmental impacts of the recycling workplace at the university. The supervisors participated in a focus group and completed an on-site work observation checklist based on the behavioral-based safety program. They completed this observation for each of the recycling employees at the 7 locations in order to help identify possible ergonomic hazards and safety risks. Descriptive statistics were calculated for the demographic characteristics, and frequencies of musculoskeletal discomfort for each region were calculated, and the responses to the WEI was averaged. Qualitative data included responses from individuals during the questionnaire and the semi-structured interview. This data was captured for analysis, but it was not coded. So they more so used the data instead to reveal barriers into a healthy workplace and identify suggestions for changes to improve employee satisfaction and to decrease effects of negative psychosocial factors such as stress. The data from the supervisors was analyzed for the same ideas as the employees. So for the results, the most prevalent area of discomfort was in the shoulders. 3 participants reported trouble in both shoulders, and then another participant reported only trouble in their right shoulder, which was their dominant upper extremity. When asked about discomfort at any time, meaning outside of the workplace, 2 participants reported discomfort in their neck and 2 reported discomfort in their shoulders. The average on the WEIS was 3.18, which means that participants perceive their work environment as supportive. 7 workers, which is more than half of the participants, reported excessive social interactions with coworkers as a factor that interfered with their ability to complete their job task. They also identified that trying to avoid this excess social interaction prevented them from asking coworkers for help, which could potentially lead to a hazard. A third of the workers reported that a lack of support or availability from the supervisors impacted their ability to complete job tasks. 6 of the 12 participants reported having previously had a work-related injury at some point during their employment. From the study, 50% of the participants reported that modifications to the recycling containers would be helpful and allow them to better perform their job and more safely. From the supervisor's response on the BBS questionnaire, it was found that many workers used poor body mechanics. The supervisors also stated that they had unfamiliarity with safe mechanics and that they didn't have injury prevention knowledge. So, primary risk factors identified from this study included lifting heavy objects with poor body mechanics, lack of mechanical equipment, which meant that they had to physically perform it themselves, and managing multiple jobs and lack of sleep. So, the author said that from this study, it was revealed that there is a significant need for education on proper and safe body mechanics in order to decrease awkward postures, which contribute to the development of work-related musculoskeletal disorders. So for article critique, the only thing I really had to say was, it was a small sample size and it was only done at one university, which was reported as having high volume of recycling. So the generalizability of this article could be improved through study of more universities instead of just one. So recycling workers is a growing occupation as more people around the world are making efforts to engage in recycling practices. So even though this study was only a pilot study, it was published through AJOT, so we know that it's trustworthy, and this pilot study can then lead to the development of other future research studies. So I thought that this article was important because, while we normally are going to be treating clients after a workplace injury, this article is important because as OTs, we can help people avoid injuries through education on proper body mechanics and work environment modifications in order to decrease ergonomic hazards. So I thought this article was super interesting to learn that not only did employees not have knowledge of proper body mechanics, but that supervisors also did not have the knowledge. So this obviously shows a gap and an area in which we as occupational therapists can help improve safety and decrease possible risk of injury for recycling workers, but this could also be applied to any other job in which heavy lifting occurs. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed reading.